What's up, YouTube? I hope you all are doing well this morning. I am out on a chapter ride today. We've got a really nice ride planned, doing a 5 and dime, which basically here in this area, it's riding Highway 5 and then jumping over to Highway 10, which are nice roads to be on the bike. Feels like it's been a minute since I've done a video, and I was like, well, let me get some filming in this morning. I don't know if you could tell by the roads last night. I don't know if you could tell by the roads. It was raining last night. Rained pretty good. Actually rained pretty good most of yesterday. But it's clearing out now. The clouds are breaking. Blue skies are rolling in. It's just supposed to be windy today. It's supposed to get up in the 60s. So right about now it's about 50 degrees. So it's not too bad. Actually, it's really good weather to be out riding. But yeah, spring is coming. And speaking of spring, this is actually, spring. Speaking of spring, it is spring forward today. How about that? So clocks go forward an hour. You lose an hour of sleep, so they say, but this is my favorite time of year because I enjoy having the longer periods of daylight. And especially here in the next month or two when it doesn't get dark until about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and can really be out riding all day. So I'm gonna leave you on for a sec as we make our way down the highway, and I'll let you know some other stuff that's on my mind later on in the video. Our mighty Navy ships are getting maintenance. And those in there, they definitely need it. found this new show on Netflix. Well, it's probably not new. Actually, it's not new, but it's new to me. This show called Resident Alien, and if you have not seen that show and you like funny shows, check it out. And I like Family Guy, and this show, I want to say it has some of the Family Guy creators who are writers on this show. But anyway, I watched it last week and I was dying. I won't get into many details in case some of you decide to watch it, but man, that show is it's pretty funny. Pretty funny. And different from what you normally see, which is why I liked it so much. And also, speaking of funny, last month my wife and I went to the Comedy Fest, and it was some more. You had Bill Bellamy, some other cat, can't remember his name. He actually was pretty funny. And then there was Lavelle Crawford. And oh my gosh, now I've seen Lavelle Crawford's comedy specials, and I've heard his comedy before, but Lavelle Crawford live is absolutely hysterical. I mean, that dude, he can deliver like no other. Some more, she actually had a card that she had to look at, which was a little disappointing considering how long she's been in the business doing comedy. And I can't knock her. I've never done it before, you know, but I have a lot of speaking experience from things that I've done during my time in the military. But I'm pretty sure delivering comedy can be tough. But man, Lavelle Crawford was an absolute pro. That dude is amazing. It was so funny, so funny. Yeah, so we enjoyed that. And actually 2 months ago we saw DL Hughley live, and DL is pretty good. He was funny. Did a lot of repeat jokes though, and I don't mean repeat jokes from his own past jokes, but repeat jokes from that night. So he would tell a joke and say something, then he would move on, but then he'll come back to that same joke, and I was like, But all in all, they still were, you know, good shows. If he was to come back, I would see him again. But yeah, but I will definitely keep my eye out for anything that Lavelle Crawford does, because that dude was just, he had us dying, absolutely dying. So funny. But going back to Resident Alien, I finished the first 2 seasons, and the 3rd season we'll probably start watching. Actually, I might start watching the 3rd season tonight with my wife. It's on Peacock. So Netflix has the first 2 seasons, and then Peacock has the the third season. So looking forward to watching it. Anyway, so far we've had a great ride this morning. The good Lord has blessed us with safety and good roads and fun fellowship. So we're going to continue to mosey on down the road, and we'll get back to you all shortly. Guys, this is a nice little small town, Smithfield, Virginia. Wright Museum. Got a brewery down there at the hill. And there's a really good breakfast buffet that's here. And if you like Bloody Marys, they make a hell of a Bloody Mary. Super good. The Christmas store of Smithfield. Interesting. You know, it says Christmas store, but there's actually some Easter stuff right there in the window. Tide is definitely up today. Wow. I got a couple of cats out there fishing. I think this is the actual Smithfield little meat processing place. Yep. look at that. Don't know if we had a full moon last night. The tide is really high today. You know, speaking of the tide, that's one thing you gotta keep an eye on when you are living on the coast, even inland a little bit. When it's when the tide's up really high, some of these roads that are low, we've encountered you know, water in the road, and usually it's not a whole lot, but if you've got a group of guys on a bike and they're going through there pretty quick and it's unexpected, you can run into some trouble. So it's one thing we try to be mindful of when we're riding these back roads. So this is Highway 10, which is considered the dime. Speaking of the rain, look at that. See? We did get a lot of rain. Holy smokes. Oh, that's a nice house. A little further down Highway 10. As you all can see, it's a very nice rural highway. We do have some nice little sweeping curves. Nothing too crazy, but it's better than riding in a straight line. Tell you what, you can definitely tell the temperature difference when we hit that shade. Woo! Just a tad bit chilly, not too bad. I didn't wear my heated grips, my heated gear today, but I wound up cutting on my seat, my heated seat, and I got my grips on, my heated grips on, just to provide a little extra warmth. I did wear my leathers today, so that helps block the wind, but I didn't put a whole lot under it, anticipating it warming up after lunch. But overall, I would say I am comfortable. Speaking of lunch, I think we'll be there in about 20 minutes, and I am hungry. It's time to eat. chicken and things. Bubba's looked like he's been closed down for a minute. All right, guys, we are now on Highway 5. Highway 5 of the 5, and we essentially did it backwards today, Diamond 5. But as you will see, Highway 5 is just as nice as Highway 10, the Dime. These are the type of highways that I like to ride. Not in a straight line, but at least you have some woods and stuff like that, which I count as some scenery, vice being, I don't know, just flat grass or whatever. guys, I think we are about a half mile or so from our lunch stop. We have just arrived into Williamsburg. And again, we are just in time because I am hungry. We're going to a authentic Italian restaurant, and I think I've been to this one before. It is really good, if it's the same one I'm thinking about. We were just in Williamsburg yesterday, my wife and I, going to the Jamestown Museum, and we frequent a lot of the museums here in the area. She likes history a lot. I enjoy it, and you know, it's amazing what you can learn by going to some of these museums and looking at some of the historic archives and items and different things of those such that they have there, that really tells the story of America a whole lot different than what you'll get just from a textbook, or, you know, from a visual perspective. And those are fine, don't get me wrong, but it's also nice to be able to go look, lay eyes on things, and you know, just kind of see the way of life at that time. And Williamsburg is very big for that. It's sort of the historic triangle of Williamsburg, Yorktown, and Jamestown. I think I lied about that lunch stop. It's not a half a mile. Maybe it was a half a mile to that waypoint. Yep, because it looks like we've got about 10 more minutes. Alright guys, now we are officially at our lunch stop. And this place I have not been to before, so that's good. Might have a new place with some Italian. Let's get all situated here. Uh-oh. Alright guys, what an outstanding lunch. This place was really good. I meant to take a picture of my plate, but as soon as the guy put it down in front of me, it was over. So no pictures of what I had for lunch, but rest assured it was good. I had the lobster ravioli, and the ravioli was stuffed with lobster, and they threw in like sauteed shrimp on the side with the pasta, with the sauce and stuff, and it was outstanding. Really good place. I will be back for sure. So heading back to Hampton Roads now, back to Virginia Beach. Go home and take it easy for the rest of the weekend. So check this out. I've been contemplating on getting a new truck either this year or next year. And but my dilemma right now is I've got 3 trucks in mind. One is going to be the Ram TRX. The other is going to be the Raptor R. And the other one is going to be the Ram Tungsten, the new one that they came out with this year. So those are the 3 that I am considering right now. As I've done my research right now, the TRX is basically what I'm liking the most. I've had 3 Ram trucks. Every single one of them have been great. I'm very partial to Ram in regards to my trucks. The comfort, the interior styling, all of that stuff just fits me. And so with that being said, that's really the one I'm leaning towards, that TRX. If you've seen the videos on YouTube, that truck is a beast. Talking about 700 horsepower, another 600-700 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. That thing is a absolute monster. So TRX is number 1 right now. Number 2 is that Raptor R. Yeah, the only thing that I guess I don't like about the Raptor is just Ford's interior styling. For whatever reason, it just doesn't necessarily appeal to me, Ford's interior, and I don't know why. They're okay when I look at them, but I don't know, it's just not my thing. But in regards to performance, again, that truck is right there with the TRX. It is awesome. Another 700 pound or 700 horsepower beast on the road. To get it, I would have to build it, but that's okay. I'll be willing to build it in a week. And then last but certainly not least would be that 2025 Tungsten, which should be out at dealers within the next 2 months. And looking at the early reviews, I like it. That twin turbo V6 straight 6 is not a bad motor. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't have the V8 anymore, it doesn't have the V8 anymore. It's not a bad motor. In our Porsche, we have the twin turbo straight 6, and that thing just, it goes all day long. It would do whatever you want to do. So seeing it put in a truck, I don't have any concerns whatsoever. The thing that I do have some concerns in regards to the tungsten would probably be right now. It's got that really light interior. I don't know how well that's going to do when it is, you know, in regards to showing dirt and stains and whatever else. You know, that's the one thing I don't like about it. Maybe the second thing is that it doesn't have any tow hooks on the front. Now granted, I have never had to use tow hooks on any of my trucks. Never had them been towed out of anywhere. And I'm not that big of an off-roader. I am a hunter. I do use my trucks for that. So I would, you know, if I was to get in something dicey to where I need to get out, it would be nice to have. So it's funny the things you think about when it's not there. But never before did I even worry about having tow hooks on the front of my truck. But with that one not having it, it gives me a little bit of concern. Tiny bit though, tiny bit. And again, I don't get into any major mudding or off-roading to where I would need that. But I'll have to wait to see it. I've seen the Raptor R in person. I've seen the TRX in person. As a matter of fact, my local Dodge dealer they have two brand new 24s, and I'm trying to hold out and see what that tungsten looks like. But man, that TRX is just a absolute beast, and so is that Raptor R. But anyway, I'm gonna be patient and give myself to probably the end of the year before I decide. Again, I still need to see that tungsten, lay eyes on it. I've seen it, you know, on YouTube and various videos, but I like to see it in person. But yeah, but if you are in the market for a truck, let me know what you think. Or if you have a TRX, or if you have a Raptor R, let me know what you think about those vehicles. Seen a lot of reviews on the TRX, and all of the owners love them. The biggest complaint is, you know, the gas mileage, but you know, you've got a 700 horsepower supercharged V8 in that thing, so it's going to drink. That's okay. You have to pay to play, and I do not mind playing whatsoever. So but anyway, let me know what you guys think. TRX, Raptor R, or the tungsten. Second thing is I keep my vehicles for a long time, and I noticed the last year of the TRX, especially the V8 power, they may do a inline 6 supercharged something or another to give it a little more horsepower than the tungsten. But yeah, as far as having the V8 goes, it's the last year for that. And so I wouldn't mind having that last year model, and you know, keep my vehicles a long time anyway, and just keep it and see what they come out with next in the next, you know, 10 years or something. So we'll see. Well guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up for this week's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I really appreciate it. I'm not one of these full-time YouTubers or anybody getting paid to do YouTube videos. I just do it and post it just to put something out there online, and something that, you know, when I'm 80 or 90, I can go back and look at and remember some of the riding adventures I have and whatever else I decide to record and put up there. But I definitely appreciate you liking and subscribing. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a great week. Until the next video, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up. Laters.